Easy, natural breath. Let your eyes soften. And again, allowing the weight of your body to settle in. So we take a few more moments, do that gentle check-in and allow that journey of inward connection to begin to happen. My son had the task of a project on resilience this last week. Really brilliant, and the understanding of what that means. And the definition that they were given of resilience is the ability of a substance or object to spring back into shape, or the capacity to recover from difficulties. And so it is resilience, right? This moving, breathing state of being. And it doesn't mean there won't be tough times. It doesn't mean there won't be difficulties. But what it means is we learn to ride the waves. And we shift and change, and we allow ourselves to be moved, to be guided. And to understand that that is continuation, that is the consistency of learning to ride the waves. So just let that idea of resiliency, of what you do in moments of difficulty and challenge, what you've been able to do for yourself, for those around you through this time, through this unprecedented time. The idea of resilience. Take a breath into that. Deep inhale through your nose. Through your mouth, exhale. Good. Another breath. Inhale through your nose. Exhale. One more inhale as you begin to lift your head. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, palms spread wide, elbows pointed back behind you. You want the legs straight, pressing down through the lower body. Look forward, let the head and neck relax, and we're going to move through a little Cobra flow here. So you're going to inhale, and then just gently lift your head and heart as you inhale, pressing the hands down gently, elbows pointed back. Exhale, lower the head and heart to look down. Good. A few more like that. Inhale, lift the heart, look forward. Exhale, lower, look down. Inhale as you lift the head and heart, press down in the lower body to support. Maybe you hover the hands to feel that engagement of your upper body, and then exhale to lower. Good. Let's go 3 more. Inhale, gentle lift, look out. Exhale, lower, look down. Moving on your breath. Let your lips seal close here as you inhale, lift up. As you exhale through the nose, look down. Good. One more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale as you lift up this time, press down through the hands, shift the hips back into child's pose. Big toes come together, knees apart as much as it feels good. And as you settle your hips back on your heels, extend your arms forward. And then again, head and neck relax, forehead toward the mat. And a gentle sway here through the hips. Just shift the hips side to side and feel that gentle opening beginning to happen in the lower body. Lips seal closed. You want to keep the breath moving in and out through your nose. Begin to cultivate and create an internal heat on your breath. Good. Come forward into a tabletop position. So you're going to come onto all fours here. Palms spread wide, wrists underneath your shoulders, knees, tops of your feet on the mat. On the inhale here, we'll just warm up a little bit more. Inhale, reach the right arm up, stretch and reach. You're going to draw the arm through, underneath, and thread it through. Right shoulder, right side of the face is going to come all the way onto your mat. And then as you inhale, come back through center. Reach the arm all the way up. Lower that hand. We'll go to the left side. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Same thing. Thread it underneath. You want to come all the way down onto the left shoulder, left side of the face. Just a pause here, a breath. And then back up. Open up. Exhale. Listen, inhale here. Come all the way to standing on your knees. Extend the arms up. Camel pose, Ustrasana. Little modification here. Interlace the hands behind you and then stretch open through the heart. Pull the belly into the lower spine. Shoulder blades toward each other. Lift to the heart. Look up. Exhale, back into tabletop. We'll go all the way through that a couple more times. Right arm reaches. Exhale, thread it through. All the way down into a gentle spinal twist. Shoulder release. Inhale to open. Exhale the hand down. Good. Go the other side. Left arm's going to extend. Open up. Exhale, draw the arm underneath, thread it through. Extra breath. And then come all the way back up and open. Lower that hand, inhale, camel pose, extend and reach, long side body. Exhale and release the hands. Draw the heart open, look up, maybe leaning back just gently as the heart lifts. Beautiful, come back once more. Right arm, inhale. Exhale, thread it through. Open back up. And lower that hand, left arm reaches. Thread it through. Come back up and open. Lower the left hand, come standing on the knees. Inhale, reach. Interlace the hands, camel pose, draw the heart open, look up. Come into tabletop. Pause here, palms spread wide, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees, tops of your feet on the mat. A few rounds of cat-cow. Soften the belly, lift the chin and tailbone. Exhale to round into the spine, press the breath out. Inhale is softening, look up. Exhale to round, press out. Couple more. Inhales and exhales guiding your movement. A softening and then a contracting. Warming up and feeling into your body. Breath and body moving together. Good. Go one more. Inhale, the heart lifts. Exhale, round. Bring your spine to neutral. Walk the hands forward just a little bit to turn your toes under. Downward facing dog. Exhale, hips up and back. Pressing back. Heel toe it out. So bend opposite knees as you shift the weight from one side to the other. Maybe taking an extra breath. And then shift the other side. Let your head shake out. Look back at your knees. Lengthen the arms to the spine, back down through your legs. Couple breaths. Downward facing dog. Lift your heels. Look at your hands. Walk your feet forward. You're going to come all the way to the top of your mat. At the top of your mat, with the feet about hip width apart and the knees gently bent, take opposite elbows and then gentle sway side to side. Just an easy side to side to release the weight of the upper body and that stretch along the backs of the legs. Breathe into, feel that. Release the hands on your inhale, big breath. Come all the way to standing, stretch, reach, rise. Hold your left wrist. We're going to go right into a side bend. Go ahead and heel toe the feet together, the top of your mat, and then stretch over to the right side, holding the left wrist. Nice, easy, slow movement here, right into Sun Salutation A we go. Other side, hold the right wrist, stretch over toward the left. Press down through the right foot and look up under your right arm. Breathe. Nice. Come back through center. On your exhale, fold forward all the way down to a forward fold. On the inhale, lengthen, look forward. On the exhale, hands are going to come to the mat. You're going to step back. We're going to add something in here. So you're going to lower. As you press, right, on the inhale, listen, you're going to press up. Left hand's going to stay on the mat. You can lower the left knee to come to Vashisthasana side plank. So you're going to shift. So the right side of the body lifts. Lower knee bent, or the legs straight. Right arm reaching, right leg lifts up. That's it. Come through center. You can pause in tabletop or plank. You can take a push-up here. Then we go the other side. Right hand stays down. Right knee can bend, or the legs straight. Open up to the left side. Left arm reaching, left leg stacked and lifted. Come back to center, chaturanga here. Bent knees or straight legs, you have an option. You're going to lower to the belly or hovering. As you bend the elbows, come down slow and easy. If you're on the belly, you come to Cobra. If you're hovering, you come to upward facing dog. Cobra, the elbows are bent. Lift the head and heart. We were here before, right? The heart lifts, look forward. Turn your toes under downward facing dog. Exhale, press up, press back. Look behind you. Take some breath. You can bend opposite knees. Little movement might feel good. And then a couple of breaths in a full downward facing dog. Feel this shape, upside down V. You got it. Lift your heels, look at your hands, walk your feet or step, float to the top. Lengthen, fold forward. Inhale, rise, big breath, stretch. On the breath, we move here, side bend, reach to your right. Come to center, go the other side. Come through to center, fold on your exhale all the way down. Inhale, you're going to lift up. Exhale, hands on the mat, step back, option here, hold plank. Bent knees or straight legs, you can lower. You're going to press up for that side plank. Lower knee is bent or the legs are straight, reach up. Come to center, again, option to hold plank or take a push-up. Shift the other side, Vashisthasana, side plank, left arms extended. You got it. Come through center, chaturanga, exhale, bent knees or straight legs to the belly or hovering. Inhale, Cobra, the lower body on the mat. Upward facing dog, if you're moving there, the arms straighten. Tops of the feet press down onto the mat to lift the lower body, heart lifted, look forward. Downward facing dog, exhale. Good, take some breath. Few inhales and exhales here together. In and out through the nose. Breathe back to the top. Lift your heels. Step or walk your feet to between your hands. Lengthen. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise, stretch and reach. From the beginning we go side bends. Go the other side. Come to center. Exhale, fold. Now some of y'all are going to start to move a little quicker pace. Half lift, exhale, plank position, hold or a push-up. You're going to go side plank, your version of. Coming through center, same thing on the other side, your version of a side plank, modified with the knee bent or the legs straight. Come back through center, take your chaturanga. When you get, right, Cobra facing dog, when you get to downward facing dog, pause and breathe. And then when you're ready, you're going to come back to the top. You're going to move all the way through this sequence in a rhythm, a pace that warms you up into your body. If it feels good, pause a little longer in a shape, and then move when you're ready. Sun Salutation A, this is you. wins. Keep moving and breathing. Downward facing dog. Next time you're in downward facing dog. Next time you're in downward facing dog, go ahead and lower your knees. Come to child's pose. Come to child's pose. Hips are going to go back on your heels. It also might feel good to stay sitting up. Keeping your head over your heart. Wherever you are, steady your breath. Focus. Feel the heat you've already started to create. The key to being able to move through deeper challenges and situations is really understanding how we are in a moment. And so this is the practice. To keep dropping into the moment, feeling your breath, and letting yourself recognize and understand who you are in that space all the way through. Yeah? A couple more breaths. Deep inhales and exhales. Let that energy, the prana, pull in, fill up, and then release it. Good. Downward facing dog. From child pose or wherever you are, hands on the mat, turn the toes under, upside down V, press it back, looking back, and then lift your heels. Step or walk your feet, come to the top. Big toes together, bend your knees. You're coming up to Utkatasana chair position. So second sequence begins here in chair position. Deep bend in the knees, hips are low, arms extended back alongside the ears as the palms face each other. Draw your ribs toward each other, steady gaze out forward. That's it. Exhale, fold, forward and release. Inhale, you're going to come up halfway. Exhale, hands on the mat. Your version of chaturanga. Step or hop the feet behind you. Bent knees or straight legs lower to the belly or hovering. All these choices, do what you need. Cobra for facing dog on an inhale. Downward facing dog on your exhale. Right leg, extend it back, reach back. Try to keep the toes and the knee down. Keep the hips square. Exhale, pull the knee in, step it forward to between the hands. Help the foot forward if you need. Back heel presses down, rise, warrior one. Front knee stays bent, soles of both feet are on the mat, press through the soles of the feet, come all the way up. Torso lifted, arms up, shoulders over your hips. You're going to take a few more poses here. Turn to the long side of your mat to bend your back knee, Skandasana. Left knee bends. You want to get down deep into a low lunge. The right leg will straighten, hands at the heart or hands on the mat. Deep side lunge. And then walk yourself back to the top. You're going to walk back to the top and come to a Dragonfly Twist. So you've been back into the front knee, deep lunge. The back leg is lifted, heel lifted. You can also lower the knee. Right arm reaches up to twist. Reach right up through the right arm. Look up. Couple more here. Right hand comes down. Half splits. Take your time. Hips go back as far as you can to then feel that stretch along the back of the right leg. When you feel that, keep the spine long and then fold forward, right? You might be sitting all the way back. You might be lifted up a little bit more. We all need a different space to feel that stretch. Look forward. Walk your hands forward. One more. Arch your pose. Hold the right wrist. Stretch your right side body. You're going to stretch and look up. Holding onto the right wrist gently. Draw back. Long length from the right side. Good. Cartwheel the hands to the mat. Step back. Chaturanga. Bent knees or straight legs to the belly or hovering. Inhale your heart. Exhale your hips. Left leg just like that. Reach back to the left leg. Keep the knees and the toes pointed down. Pull it in. Step it through. Back heel goes down. Nice, easy, slow. Press to the feet. Rise. Warrior one. That front knee is bent. Shoulders and hips turn toward the front. Exhale. Bend your back knee. Skandasana. Side lunge. Get low. Hands at your heart or hands on the mat. Breathe. Walk it back to the top. Dragonfly. Right hand stays down. Left arm's going to reach up to twist. And again, that back knee can always lower here. Turn so your belly is pulling toward the left inner thigh. You got it. Both hands down, half splits. Again, right? Take your time. Hips start to shift back when you feel the left leg straightening, that stretch along the back of the left leg. Keep your spine long and then fold forward, look down. All right, we're moving nice and slow here, feeling each pose. Look forward, arch your pose. Come all the way up. Hold the left wrist, stretch, look up. Lips seal closed, inhales and exhales through the nose, cartwheel the hands all the way to the mat. You can always hold plank here, or you take your version of chaturanga. Some of y'all want some push-ups in here. Honor where you are, downward facing dog we meet, press up and back, take some breath. So this is a slower, longer second sequence. Back to the top we go, step or walk. Lengthen, fold, find chair position. As you bend the knees, the hips lower, arms go up. We start right back, exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands on the mat, chaturanga. Take your vinyasa. Downward facing dog we meet. Start with your right leg, reaching it back. From your core, pull the knee in, step it through. I'm going to move slow again. If you want to go a little faster, you go. Warrior one. Reach. Turn, Skandasana, left knee bends, steep low lunge to the side. Walk it to the top for Dragonfly. Right arm is reaching up, hips low. Feel that stretch in the lower body. Both hands on the mat to shift to half splits. Right leg straightens, long spine, fold, look down. Look forward, arch your pose. Stretch the right side body, look up. Breathe. Cartwheel your hands to the mat. Step back plank, hold. Chaturanga, push-ups. Downward facing dog on an exhale. Let's go the left leg, inhale. If you're with me, step it through, take your time. Warrior one, reach up. Shoulder blades soft. Exhale, Skandasana. Get low, stretch. Breathe. Walk it to the top. Take yourself into that dragonfly. Modify with the back knee down. If you need it, twist. Here's half splits. The back knee's lifted, lower it. Shift back. And then fold, look down. Arch your pose, stretch the left side body. You're holding the left wrist to stretch. Chaturanga, exhale. I'm holding plank here, but you take your version of chaturanga. And then move into downward facing dog with an exhale. All right, some of you want to move and take a little quicker pace. Start to do that. If you're with me, we're going back to the top. A few more rounds here. Move with me. Chair. Fold. Lengthen. Chaturanga. Right leg. Moving with the breath. Steady pace. Again, I'm holding plank, or you take your chaturanga with push-ups if you like. Downward dog for the left side. I'll meet you with downward facing dog. If you're with me, we'll go a couple more rounds. Back to the top. What do you feel? What do you notice? Let yourself be guided. Chair position. know what you need. Take yourself through one more at your pace, your rhythm. Use your breath. Facing dog and then child's pose. Take your time. Keep moving if you're in the middle of the sequence. When you get to downward facing dog, then child's pose. We'll meet there. From child's pose, go ahead and sit up. You're on your knees, big toes together. Pull the knees together. Hands on your thighs. And as you sit up, shoulders over your hips, let your eyes soften and close. Draw the belly in, long erect spine with the crown of the head lifted. Pause and breathe. So again, this check-in. Of long warming up sequences. We're still cultivating the energy and the heat within. This is what we have to do when the energy around us feels stagnant or we're stuck in one place for an extended period of time, particularly without warning. We've got to really move and stretch into all those parts of the body and let the breath fill us up and then empty us out. So give yourself a moment here, a few more breaths, to feel exactly where you are. Deep, long, full breaths. With your attention, with your focus on your breath, come back in downward facing dog. So we're going to go through one more sequence. Long sequence again. We're going to put together a few poses, build it all the way through, and then move. So come back to downward facing dog. We'll start from there. And that upside down V position, palms spread wide. Head and neck relaxed, looking back at your knees. See if you're warm enough now to draw your heels toward the mat. Find some length in the backs of your legs. Good, here we go. Right leg, stretch it back behind you. Go ahead and open your hip this time. You'll stretch and lengthen that right leg back. Square the hips to pull the knee into your center. You're taking a core crunch. Round in the spine, knee to nose. Shoulders are over the hips. Squeeze in, pull in, tight, hold. So through this last sequence, we're going to move slow all the way through the whole length of the poses, and then we'll move. Right leg goes back. Exhale, step it through. With the right leg in front of you, the right knee bent. Back heels are lifted here, crescent lunge. Arms come up alongside the ears again. Keep that deep bend in the front knee with the back heel lifted. Lift to your heart and maybe lean back just a little bit. Create that crescent shape with your torso and with your arms. Look up. Steady breath. Hands to the heart, take a twist. Left elbow comes to the right thigh. So you keep the lower body just as it is, and you're taking a twist into the spine. Hands are in prayer as you press the elbow into the right thigh. Turn to look up towards your right shoulder. Balance pose here. Look down in front of you. Right hand's going to come down. Half moon. Ardha Chandrasana. Right hand down. Start to straighten out the right leg. The left leg lifts up behind you. Flex the foot. Try to stack the hips. And then the left arm will extend as well. Steady your gaze. Down at the floor as you open up and stretch the body. Okay, keep moving. Pull in. Bring the left hand down. Squeeze into a little core crunch. Pull in the back. Both knees are bent. Pull the back knee in behind the right. Right hand reaches back, so the opposite hand reaches back to catch the left foot. We're coming up to another balance pose. Revolved Dancer. Straighten the right leg. As you straighten it up, pull the belly in. Lift all the way up through the heart. Press the left foot back, and then the left arm will reach forward. Revolved Dancer pose. Steady your gaze, steady your breath. Good. Step behind you. Go right into a deep Buddha squat. Bend both knees. Buddha squat, gotta squat. Both knees are bent. External rotation of the knees and feet. Pull the elbows in and get low into the weight of both legs. A few more poses here. Turn to the back. Left hand goes right back behind you. Right arm reaches up. The left knee's bent now. So the lower, that crescent lunge shape with the lower body with the back heel lifted. Right arm reaches up. Right arm is up. And look over towards your left shoulder. This is a lunge position with a little twist. Pull your belly in, steady from your center as you reach up and back. Look left. 2 more. Fold forward, standing splits. Both hands on the mat. Excuse me. You're going to straighten the left leg. As you straighten it, fold into it. Nose towards your knee. Go ahead and open your hip. You're going to stretch the right toes high and then look back behind you. You can walk the hands back. Try to steady yourself here. Right toes high. Good. Come all the way up to standing. You can step the feet together or come right up with the right knee into your chest. Dancing Shiva. Last pose here, balance pose again. Left hand goes across. Hold the knee or the foot. If you're holding the foot, press it forward. Either way, right arm reaches back, look back. Balancing, twisting. Sweep the right leg back. Chaturanga, your version of step back. Again, right? Option to hold plank. Chaturanga, or take your push-ups. Cobra facing dog, downward facing dog, press back. All right, so we're going all the way through with the left leg. You're facing the back of your mat. Reach your left leg back. Nice, easy, slow. Here we go. Pull the knee in. Pull in, squeeze, hold. Shoulders are over the wrist. Belly drawn in. Knee to nose, squeeze. Breathe. You got it. Sweep it back. 2-step it through. Come up to crescent lunge. Arms alongside the ears with the back heel lifted. Feel a deep bend in the front knee. And then that crescent shape with the torso, with the arms. Reach up and back. You got it. Hands to the heart. Take that twist. Elbow to your thigh. You're twisting to look up towards your left shoulder. Pulling the belly in will steady you. And then focusing your gaze will help you find that balance as well. Good. Half moon balance pose. Left hand comes down. Shift the weight forward. As you straighten the left leg, the back leg starts to come up on its own, right? And then intentionally lift it a little higher. Flex the foot. Try to open up and stack the hips. And then the same with the shoulders. The right arm reaches up. Find a steady gaze that will help you to balance the body. Step behind you. Deep bend into both knees. Squat. Facing alongside the mat. Pull the elbows in, squeeze the back body to get low into the legs. Turning back to the front. Right arm goes right behind you. Low crescent lunge. The legs are in that deep lunge position. The left arm goes up, look right. So that lunge position with the back heel lifted and then twisting by looking over your right shoulder, reaching the left arm back. You got it. 2 more here. Standing splits. Fold over the straight right leg. Fold, fold, fold. Right nose to the knee, the right leg, left toes go high, reach the left toes high, Fold deep. Good, last one. Come all the way to standing. See. If maybe you can pull to standing. Pulling the left leg right into the chest. Reach across for the knee or the foot, outside of the foot if you're holding the foot. If you're holding the foot, press it forward. Either way, left arm reaches and then twist. Look back. You got it. Sweep the left leg back. Hands to the mat. Your version of a Chaturanga Vinyasa. All the way back and through to downward facing dog. All right. So whole longer sequence all the way through together. This is the last one. We're going to go once more together with the right leg. Here we go. Right leg. Pull and squeeze. We're going to move on the breath here a little bit more. Taking just a little gentle pause in between with each shape. We go crescent lunge. Feel it. Revolved twist. Look up. So if you feel each shape, you can then find the movement. Half moon. Pull and squeeze. I think we skipped this. So sorry. Crescent, curtsy, and then that revolved dancer. Revolved dancer. Good thing we're doing this again. Revolved dancer. Then it's the step behind into that low, deep squat, which turns you to the back here. Right arm goes up, look left. Front knee bent, back heel lifted. Standing splits, you're folding. Fold, right toes go high, look back. All the way to standing here, step the feet together if you need. Dancing Shiva, holding the knee or the foot with the opposite hand. Twist, look back. You got it, step the foot behind you. Chaturanga Vinyasa, your version of your Chaturanga. All right, so facing the back, you go left leg, reach it back. Right, start to move through the sequence of poses. If you're not sure what comes next, have a look up here. If you want to play with it, create a little different something in your body, go for it. All right, so here we go. Start to move on the left leg if you haven't already.
Come on. This is how we live. This is
wandering away through this last sequence. Wherever you are, downward facing dog, face in the front of your mat. When you get there, lower your knees, back into that pause. If you're still moving, take your time. When you get downward facing dog to lower the knees, pause here as you need. Deep inhales and exhales, feel that, right? It's when we try to push things away, when we try to ignore or not embrace, not accept what is happening around us, is where the tension, the anxiety, the stress comes from. We have to breathe, allow it to come in, to feel it, and then it can move through us. But it can't move through and away or with understanding without the acceptance, right? Take a few breaths here. All right, that was good and warmed up. We're going to create a little bit fire here. Last bit, take a few more breaths. Okay, good. Downward facing dog. Find it. Downward facing dog. Find it. Upside down V with the palms spread wide. Stretch your right leg back. You're going to step the right foot to the top. Back into that crescent lunge, right? We were in this shape before, so you know what the legs feel like, but we're going to create a little deeper engagement to fire up. So the arms up alongside the ears, and then sweep the arms back. We call this lightning bolt. So the heart shines down, the back heel is lifted, deep bend in that front knee, stretch the arms back, look down. Crown of the head pulling forward, right? Don't collapse on that front thigh. Don't, right? Try not to. If you need to take a pause, you take a pause. But don't just hang out here, right? We're warmed up, challenge just a bit here before we come to that stretch and relaxation. We are stronger than we know. We don't know the depth of our strength until we challenge ourselves in some way, shape, or form. And whether we liked it or not, it's happening now. We're being challenged. And so in a deeper way of paying attention here, we can feel and figure out how we move through the challenges off the mat. Yeah, you got me? All right, arms reaching back. Look down. Press into the ball of the front foot. Lift the front heel. Stay with me. Breathe. Focus. Steady your gaze. Feel it. Dig deeper. Breathe. That's it. You're doing it. Little shifts and changing all the way through. Pull the belly. Squeeze. Reach back. Look forward. You're strong. You're doing it. Come on. You're almost there. Don't you stop now. If you put the knee down or straighten it out, come back. Last few breaths together. Come on. That's it. 2 more. Get in it. Feel it. Woo. Reach up. Legs are straight. Face alongside your mat. Turn yourself to the back. Turn yourself to the back. We're going to do the other side just like this. You're facing the back of the mat. You bend into the left knee now. You bend into the left knee. And you find that same shape in the body. Deep bend in the front knee. Back heel's lifted. That's the right one here. Reach the arms back. Shine the heart down. Crown of the head pulls forward. Lightning bolt. Pull the belly in. Don't you settle the torso or the belly on your thigh. Pull in and up. Long arms to reach back. Breathe. Come on. That's it. Front heel lifts. Press into the ball of the foot. Lift the front heel. That's it. Stay with me. Come on. Come on. Don't you go. No one is going to create that deeper sense of strength and understanding of what you have capable within you except you. We need this now more than ever. Find it. Almost. Come on. Last 2 breaths. Good. Inhale, stand. Turn back to the front. Turn back to the front. Step the feet together. Step the feet together. Chair position. Bend both knees. You can heel toe the feet apart if you want. Right hip width apart. Bend the knees. Belly in. Arms alongside the ears, and then draw the hands right to lengthen, and then hands to the heart. Shift forward. Come up on the balls of the feet. Here we are again. Just that little instability of lifting the heels means we've got to engage a little more through the center and focus. Here it is. That's it. Come on. You're doing it. Stay with me. Heels up as high as you can get them. Belly in. Breathe. This is for how you are in the world off your mat. Come on. Okay, ready? You're going to start to lower. Keep the heels lifted. Don't sit. Don't come all the way down. Do you want to create that resilience in your body? You've got to work for it. Press, right? The legs are shaking. Thighs are parallel. Hands at your heart. Last bit of work. This is it. Come on. Belly in. Heart shines forward. Look out. Hover, hover, hover. Don't sit, don't sit. The legs are shaking. Let it happen. Maybe you close your eyes. Come on. Go. Yes. Almost. Not yet. Not yet. Good. Sit. Sit, sit, sit. Straighten your legs. Cross them if that feels good. Let's go ahead. Actually, why don't we do a Baddha-Konasana, actually. Go ahead and press the soles of the feet together. Let the knees butterfly out. A lot of work in the lower body here. Well done. Long spine. As you're ready, begin to let the upper body fold. Chin to your chest to look down. Softening or closing the eyes. Lets the body know it's safe to soften. Shoulders, jaw. The breath easy. Well done. All that energy in our body. And the reality that whether or not intentionally, there is very likely resistance within us, right? We're holding on to something. Whether it's the way we wish things could be, wishing things were as they were, not wanting to know what comes next, or holding on so much to our idea and expectation of what comes next, right? Some way there's a resistance, a holding on, a tightness in our body. So we moved, we breathed. And now let it, right? We let it go. Let your eyes soften as you pull the knees together. Pull the knees together. Go ahead and cross the ankles and or come back to tabletop, and then again to downward facing dog. Back to downward facing dog. Upside down V. All right, this inversion with the head below your heart. And this softness to stretch upside down. Look back. Stretch the right leg, reach it back. Bend the knee and take a little opening up in the body here. Turn the knee up. Turn the knee to the mat to draw the back leg through for half pigeon. So the right knee at the right wrist, left leg straightens out behind you, the heel in a little tighter. Whatever degree of the shin that you can keep the hips settled, and then walking the upper body forward. Walk the upper body forward. You can stay on your forearms, you can straighten the arms, and bring your heart gently toward the mat. However you're releasing the upper body, let the eyes relax. More breaths here. It takes a little time for the body, again, to recognize the safe space of softening. And so now that we're nice and warmed up, give ourselves a little bit of time to stretch. Inhale, slowly walk the upper body back up. Turn the back toes under. You're moving back into downward facing dog. Heel toe it out a little bit. Shake your head out. Stretch the left leg back, reach it. Bend the knee to open up. Turn the knee toward the mat to draw it through. Half pigeon, adjust as you need. And then with the right leg straight back behind you, top of the foot on the mat. Long spine. As you're ready, walk it forward. Surrender the weight of your upper body. Look down. Breathe. Good. Starting to walk the upper body back up. Back toes turn under. Downward facing dog. Last one. Upside down V. Heel toe it out. Lower your knees. Cross your ankles to come through to seated. Paschimottanasana. Legs straight. Flex the feet. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold over your legs. Reaching for your toes. Shift the hips back. folding. You want to feel that stretch along the backs of the legs, so the knees may be bent a little bit here. Take your time to fold. And then when you're ready, let your head and neck relax. Look down, breathe. A few more breaths, still with that deep attention, focus, feeling of your breath moving within you and what you've awakened through your practice. Good. Inhale, sit up. Come onto your back. Come all the way onto your back. As you lay back, pull your knees into your chest. Take a gentle roll side to side, the knees in tight. Head back, eyes closed. Happy baby. 2 peace fingers, catch your big toes. Turn the soles of the feet up. And with the knees wide, that gentle roll side to side with your knees wide. It's easy, side to side movement. Maybe pausing on one side to draw the knee down a little deeper. Good. Pull the knees in, spinal twist to close. Arms open up into a T. Knees are going to go all the way to the right. You want to keep the heart turned up. And maybe you straighten out the legs for a little deeper stretch. Look over towards your left shoulder. Just a few breaths here. Good. With the knees bent, pull them back into center, switch sides. You'll take the legs all the way over to the left. Look right. Extend the legs straight if you like. Heart turned up. Breathe. Good. Pull the knees back in. Soles of the feet pressed together. Stay on your back. And with the knees pressed together, the knees butterfly out once more. One hand to your heart, one hand to your belly here. As you prepare to take rest into Shavasana. Eyes soften and close. And so it is, y'all, so it is. Right? This cultivation of resilience, this understanding of what it means, what it feels like, to take on a new world, new challenges, the unknown, the discomfort, and come through the other side with a deeper awareness. This is the gift of this practice. Take rest into that. Straighten your legs, move your feet to the outside corners of your mat. Take your arms away from you, palms turned up. Surrender. Full weight of the body supported by the ground beneath you. Take rest into Shavasana. Start to bring a little movement into your body. Wiggle your fingertips and toes, roll your wrists and ankles. With a deep inhale, stretch your arms overhead, stretch and lengthen, fingertips and toes away from each other. Exhale to pull your knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Roll over to your right side in a gentle side fetal position there. Take a few breaths. And then press yourself up to seated. Press yourself up to seated. We'll close our practice here together with one last breath. An inhale to stretch your arms all the way up. Palms together, down the center line to your heart center. And so it is. There is nothing more resilient than the human spirit. We're in this together. We will get through together. We'll be stronger, more aware, more present, expanded beings on the other side. This is true. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you so much for joining me. With deep love, with deep gratitude. Namaste.